Alrighty, my name is Roy Wetter, and I am back with another little video on real estate. Where's my marker? I don't have a marker to play with. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Alright, so today I'm going to go over something that really is the foundation for real estate, which is nothing to do with real estate. It's nothing to do with real estate. It is budgeting. So everybody that I've ever known in the past that's done real estate and has done well at real estate first became a lifelong budgeter and finance like tracker and somebody who doesn't squander their money. I know I've watched some of these things and listened to things where people talk about, they have millions of dollars now. They built it in a matter of 7-8 years. It's great. It's fantastic. Woohoo! And they still drive the same car that they drove 8 years ago with no payments and $5,000 car. This is the case because they knew that something more important than the way that they looked, the way that they dressed, the way that their house looked, the way that their car looked, the way that the neighbors saw them, is matching that cookie cutter lifestyle. They knew that that was less important to them than all these other things, than buying your time, than your children, than your wife, than your experiences in life. You can buy all the things you want in life on a credit card, but I'm sure you can think back to 100 things you bought, used it 10 or 12 times, and it's never brought you the happiness that you expected it to. And nothing will ever bring you happiness like freedom. Freedom's amazing. Freedom of choice, freedom of not having to work with that jerk that you hate. The ability to go and teach your kids every day. My gosh, I love it. It's fantastic. It's amazing. Anyway, back to the budget, right? So this might be simplistic to some people, but simplistic is real and simplistic works. And it's about baby steps, and it's about looking at things daily and seeing things that you would think are going to trap you into a bad state of mind that actually free your mind. So simple, right? I make this much money. These aren't actual numbers to me. Some are kind of similar. But anyways, if I'm making $3,800 a month, cool. $1,000 for rent. I got 2 car payments. I got the gas that we use every month is $200. We spend $500 a month on food. $900 on fun money, which is the money that I would say is used to buy whatever else other than your budgeted money. Like you want to buy something on Amazon, you want to get something for your wife, take the kids and the wife out to dinner. That's fun money. Netflix, Hulu, internet, phone, Amazon Prime. You got all these things, right? And all these things are dwindling that $3,800 to nothing. You need to write it out. So me and my wife, we started out with what we had back in the day before I even got into real estate. We were living on $600 every 2 weeks. $600 every 2 weeks isn't a lot. $300 a week is what we had. Now we had housing that was covered, but $300 was supposed to buy food, was supposed to cover all the cost of any clothes that we needed, all this other stuff. $300 every week. And that's what I had. My wife didn't have a job. She was a stay-at-home mom. That's the way I wanted it. And if I wanted what I wanted, then I needed to be able to budget to afford what I wanted. So I learned to budget. That was my stepping stone into real estate. That was the first little mini step. I didn't even know I was moving towards real estate, but I was moving towards real estate. So I learned how to budget. I wrote everything out. I said, Elise, we're using a dry erase board. And we're going to write all of our bills out. And we're going to write how much we have. We're going to write how much we have left over. And we're going to get within these so we quit spending extra money on credit cards. So we quit spending extra money on credit cards. We finally got ourselves in budget. We quit going more and more into debt. And we pulled it off, right? So simple thing, right? Get yourself a big dry erase board. Put it in the most visible spot you can imagine. Right next to the TV. Right next to the front door, so when you walk out of your front door every day, you see it. It's important. My wife, I don't want it sitting there. If we have somebody come over, they're going to see our budget board. And I said, who cares? I'm a private in the military. I don't make any money anyways. Everybody knows that. So who cares? Let go of the pride. Let go of this need to, feel like you're in the same stature as everyone else. You're not. I wasn't. I'm not. I'm not a millionaire. You're not a millionaire. Well, maybe somebody is. I don't know. But anyway, when you're working with the family and life, you shouldn't be wanting to, put out the statement that you got money and you got things, you got, who cares? What does that matter in the grand scheme of things? You're going to die at the end of the day and feel like that? No. So anyways, back to the budget. Write it all out. If you look at it every day, there's a freedom to that. You know what your bills are. There's a check mark, right? So we would go along and we would say, all right, what do we got to pay this month? All right, did we pay the rent? Check. Paid the rent. Car, check. Paid the car. Car 2, check. Check. All the checks were there. This amazing thing happens when you create a checklist like this for your finances. You get paid, you check all the boxes, and then you stop worrying about it. And there's this peace that comes over you. There's a great book, fantastic book, called The Checklist Manifesto. It is the simplest idea there is, but it's a fantastic book. It's great. It's on YouTube. You can look it up. It's one of my 23 books that I love. Checklist Manifesto. Once you check off the box, once you know it's paid for, you can let it go. It's a stress reliever. Getting your finances in order is one of the first things you can do to make your life happier. So anyway, we got our finances in order. Boom. It's as simple as that. How much do you make? What are the bills you have? Check them off as you go. Get with your wife. Spend one day doing it. Do it the first day you get paid. Do it the first day you get paid. Do work your hardest to ensure everything's paid the first day you get paid. And then make it a game. Make it a game how much you can save. That's where my marker went. It's in my pocket. Whatever. Make it a game. All right, cool. You know what? We're building for a future. We're trying to be rich. We're trying to quit having the wife work. We're going to retire the wife. We're going to retire. Whatever. Make it a game. Be like, all right, we spent $200 in gas. Let's see if we can get it to 180. Boom, 180. Our rent's $1,000. In Michigan, $1,000 is about average here. In Michigan, $500-$600 is probably about average. But our rent's $1,000. Can we find a place that's cheaper? All right, boom. Let's knock that down to $650. Yeah, you went from a house that was 1,500 square foot to a house that's 1,100 square foot. Ooh, sucks. No, it doesn't. You're saving money. You're building your future. You're actually doing something good for you. You're paying yourself. You're not paying the landlord. Don't pay the landlord. Don't pay the car companies. Get rid of these cars. God, maybe you can't sell them back for the price you paid for them. Figure it out. Get rid of those cars. Buy a used car. If you can, work it out. You have one car. You know how much your expenses go down the moment you can live off of your real estate and your assets? Dramatically. Half the reason that people can retire early is because their expenses can go down dramatically. They only need one car. They have cell phones. They don't need all these extra things. They're not paying for coffee every day. Oh my gosh, that's the killer. Coffee every day. Food. You know what? Everybody runs out of all these things. You got Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime. Get rid of Netflix, get rid of Hulu. Watch everything on Amazon Prime. You get tired of that? Shut this one off. Go to Hulu. You get tired of Hulu? Shut that one off. Go to Netflix. Save yourself $40 a month. All these little things make so much difference that you would never even imagine. And the freedom that you get from getting yourself in budget is just, it's unexplainable how happy you can feel every day when you wake up, know you're putting money away instead of going further into debt. It's just amazing. It's a naturally known thing that people's debt will go up as their income increases. And so that should be your goal. Your goal should be increase your income and fight to keep your amount that you spend every month down. Another thing that we did, so fun money, right? Fun money, that money that we have extra to spend on food, eating out, buying whatever, that we want. Take, and one of the best things we ever did, it sounds juvenile, and it's another one of those things we're like, I don't want to do that. But take your fund money. If you get paid every 2 weeks, take it, break it up into 5-day periods, and put it on a board, or tape it to a mirror. Or what we do is we pin it to a cork board. Pin it to a cork board in 5-day periods. And we have that much money for 5 days. I take a 20 off the door on the way to work. I have that 20 for the day. If I need something more than that 20, I don't get it till the next day. I take another 20 off the board. I take a 10. If I know I'm going to be spending some more money, we're going down to a town or something like that, I'll take 50. But you spend the money that you have allotted for those 5 days. And you and your wife have that much to spend, and that's it. And every day you look at that board, and that's a reminder to stay within budget. Because you see that money shrinking, you're like, oh, we've been spending a lot. And you slow down. You automatically pull back the reins because you look at it every day when you walk out the front door. So it's a fantastic way of doing it. Fantastic. Doodly-doo. What else do we have? Yeah, that's about it. Budgeting. It's simple. You just got to do it. And the freedom you gain from it and the happiness that comes from putting money away rather than spending all your money, astronomical. And it's the first thing you have to do if you want to get into real estate. You can do it without budgeting. You can do it without, well, you can get into real estate and be successful in real estate with being a horrible spender. It's doable. Is it doable by most? No, it's really hard. Hard to do by most. But yeah, that's it. Watch the next video.